Assalamu alaikum, this is Kamran Sultan, and you are watching an introduction to Society of NLP licensed NLP Practitioner certification training. And since you are here, this is an indication that you want to learn NLP. And since you want to learn NLP, it's a good idea that you know what you're learning and what it really requires you to become licensed and really good in NLP. So let me just quickly, briefly give you my introduction so that you know who you are learning from. And I started my journey in learning NLP in somewhere in 1991. But I took my first training because मेरी जितनी early learning थी for first 8 years, it was just through reading books, practicing what I learned through those books and watching videos, listening to audio programs. But I took my first NLP practitioner as well as master practitioner certification training with Joe Cooper, Peter Seal, and their assistant at that time, Dr. David McDermott. And this was in Leicester in 1999 in UK. And then a year later, I went to England again. मैं पाकिस्तान में रहता था उस ज़माने में, and then I went back to England again, and I took my NLP trainers training with Dr. Richard Bandler, Paul McKenna, and Michael Breen, and I became a first licensed trainer of NLP in Pakistan, who was certifying people and allowed to certify people in NLP at practitioner and master practitioner level through Society of NLP. So I did my first NLP practitioner training in March 2000. And then I also, progress. I like to learn a lot. So a few years later, I went to England and I did my Silva Ultramind ESP Systems Instructors training, and I became a Silva instructor. I took my training with late Alex Gonzalez Silva, who was nephew of Jose Silva. Now, I was a country supervisor of Silva Ultramind until I was in Pakistan. I left Pakistan. I live in America now. So Silva Ultramind ke ilawa, I had been teaching hypnosis. I was a hypnosis instructor, and through Professional Board of Hypnotherapy Canada. But I wanted to hone my skills, so I went back to England and I took some more additional hypnosis trainings, and I trained with Julie Silverthorne and Russell Potts, and became their certified instructor as well in hypnosis. Now, in 2014, I came to America again, and I took some more advanced trainings with Dr. Richard Bandler as well as John Lavelle, his partner. And I was also awarded the certificate as a licensed master trainer of NLP. I repeated my trainer's training, I updated all the information, and I became a master trainer of NLP, which is the highest level of certification in NLP. Now, after that, as I said, I love to learn. So I did Firewalk instructors training with, Fire Institute in Delaware here in the US, and that was with Joe White. So I became a certified Firewalk instructor. Yes, we do walk on fire. We do walk on broken glasses as well. And I'm a certified instructor who can help you do that in a very safe way. Then I also took a number of courses with many other trainers, including some of my favorites and some really good trainers, including Joseph Reggio. I took many programs with him online as well as in his classes, and I'm also a life coach. I took life coach certification courses, several courses actually, not one, but I also took a core program with Rich Litvin, the author of The Prosperous Coach. And there are several. I've done countless online courses at many different places. I've also trained with Anthony Robbins, and it's like doing his Unleash the Power Within. Not a virtual program, but actually right here in the US. So, and this is a little bit about me. And coming to what is neuro-linguistic programming. So neuro-linguistic programming, I'm not going to go into lots of definitions here, but just to give you an idea, NLP stands for neuro-linguistic programming. And NLP is the study of subjective experience, okay? And it helps you access your mental states, your physical, emotional resources, and your innate abilities. We believe that you have all the resources you need to produce any change that you want in your life. And sometimes you may not have access to those resources, or a client, if you're working as an NLP practitioner, if there is a client who needs help, they may not have access to those resources. But being an NLP practitioner, you will be able to help them access their mental, their physical, their emotional resources and their abilities to solve their problems, to achieve their goals, to achieve their objectives. And you'll be able to do the same with yourself. Now, NLP began in 1970s when Dr. Richard Bandler and John Grinder, they both studied some of the most effective therapists of their time. उस वक्त जिन लोगों को इन्होंने study किया, उनमें there was a person called Virginia Satter. She was a family therapist, और उसके साथ they also modeled another very, very successful hypnotist. He was considered the best hypnotist of his time during the last century. His name was Dr. Milton H. Erickson. एंड रिचर्ड बैंडलर एंड जॉन ग्रिंडर ने उनकी जो स्टडीज की, उनके जो तरीके थे थेरेपी के, उनको जो कोडिफाई किया और उन्होंने उन तमाम चीज़ों को एक सिस्टमैटिक मॉडल में रखा, एंड दे नेम दैट मॉडल न्यूरो लिंग्विस्टिक प्रोग्रामिंग. As I said, I'm not going into a lot of details here, so just to give you an idea. So, and that's, it was started by these two gentlemen, Dr. Richard Bandler and John Grinder. Then after them, there were many other people who contributed to the field. There were many people who made contributions, developed models, and today NLP is way, way far ahead of what it used to be when it started. So, basically NLP addresses these two questions, and one of them is how people produce any result, how people do what they do. वो जो भी जिंदगी में रिजल्ट ले रहा है, if a person is successful, so we have this belief that success leaves clues, and we can find those clues. Like if there is people, whatever results they are doing, there is something that they are doing consciously, and there are things they're doing unconsciously. We study what they do and how do they do what they do. And the other thing is, how can we duplicate? That's the next thing. Agar someone is really successful in something, okay, I'll give you another example. आपने सुना होगा benchmarking का एक concept होता है. That is कि अगर first करो कि एक organization है जिसका कोई system है, let's suppose उसका customer service का जो department है, that really works well, and हम एक नई company start कर रहे हैं और हमारे business में भी customer service का कोई department है. So we want to make sure कि हमारा जो customer service department है, it really also works really well. So you go and you study the other organization that has this wonderful customer service department, and you study how they are doing that, how they are training their people, the way that they are organizing things, the way they are dealing with people, they're dealing with objections and all the problems, and what are they doing in their industry. And you take their processes and you start implementing those processes in your organization, and you find that even though you are in totally different businesses, but your customer service department also starts becoming one of the best. So this is what we do with people. We find people who are producing some amazing results in their lives, and we find how they do what they do, and we duplicate their results. And इस चीज को हम NLP में modeling कहते हैं. तो NLP का जो basic promise है वो ये है कि अगर एक शख्स एक काम कर सकता है कि कर रहा है, हम ये मालूम कर सकते हैं कि वो कैसे कर रहा है, और जो सीखना चाहे हम उसको सिखा सकते हैं. और ये जो मॉडलिंग है ये NLP में एडवांस कोर्सेज में यानी मास्टर प्रैक्टिशनर लेवल पे होती है. सो NLP studies patterns of thinking and behavior that people use to produce any result. It builds models and teaches those models to anyone who wants to produce similar results and improve their own results. Okay, so this is briefly what NLP is. Now, why learn NLP? Why would you want to learn NLP? Okay, now you know some things about NLP. Why would you want to learn it? Well, you will have your own reasons. Okay, think about your reasons. Why would you want to? What really you want to achieve through that, and what would that really give you? Having achieved those things, what will that really give you? Okay, and what would you get by improving your performance? Getting rid of the problems that you may be experiencing. What will that give you? But here are some of the reasons why people take an NLP training, some common results that people experience as a result of taking NLP trainings. Now, one of the things is you develop a deeper self-understanding. Okay, now this basically leads to stronger connection with yourself. लोग अक्सर प्रॉब्लम्स में जो फंसते हैं उसकी एक वजह जो होती है वो ये होती है कि वो अपने ही आप से डिस्कनेक्ट हुए होते हैं. So once you start developing a deeper self-understanding, you find that your connection with yourself improves. And once that starts happening, you find that, you experience a lot of positive changes inside you. Okay. So this is the first thing that most people experience. The other thing is mental clarity. Many times people are living with what I call mental cobwebs. They have learned ideas, concepts, beliefs about things, about life, about themselves, about finances, about relationships, that have created a lot of cobwebs in their mind. जिससे आप कहते हैं मकड़ी के जाले लग गए, and then they are unable to see through them. They have a lot of fog in them, so they cannot, move on their lives. They get stuck. So practicing NLP, learning it, and then practicing it, it leads, to mental clarity, and that mental clarity leads you to take actions easily. Okay, and rather than being stuck, you find since you're taking action, you become more productive. Then, it also gives you, learning NLP gives you control over your states. It gives you more control over yourself. And once you have more control over yourself, you find that, confidence is something that you experience more of. You are able to perform at your best. Your self-esteem improves. Your performance gets even better. Okay. And अगर आप और करो ये सारी चीजें जो है आपस में they are connected. They are linked with each other. You also find that your ability to understand other people gets better. You start understanding others better. And when you start understanding others better, you find कि आपके उनके साथ relationship. Those others could be your significant others, your spouse, this could be your child, this could be a business associate, this could be a colleague, this could be a neighbor, this could be your parents, this could be your, any person in your life. So when you start understanding other people better, you start developing deeper relationships, deeper connections with people. And this also gives you higher ability to influence people. Imagine this. If you have this ability to influence people in a positive way, more and more people, what can that do to you, to your life, to your relationships? If you are able to influence more people, those people could be your children, those people could be your clients. If you are able to influence more people, what can that do to you? Just imagine that for a moment. Now, NLP, it's got a central name, Neuro Linguistic Programming. Linguistics, language is the central name of NLP. So one of the things that you learn is, and you begin to realize how powerful language really is, how powerful language really is. Okay, I'm a Muslim and मैं अपने स्टूडेंट्स को अक्सर एक चीज़ कहता हूँ कि आप कभी गौर करो कि हमने अल्लाह ताला को नहीं देखा, हमने अल्लाह के रसूल सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम को नहीं देखा, मगर हम अल्लाह पर, अल्लाह के रसूल सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के पर ईमान लाए हैं. और उस ईमान की बुनियाद क्या है? अल्फाज, कलामुल्लाह. कुरान क्या है? कलामुल्लाह. हम हमारा जो ईमान है वो अल्लाह ताला के उन अल्फाज पर. ये अल्फाज जो है ये रिश्तों को जोड़ते हैं. ये अल्फाज ही जो है जंगे छिड़वा देते हैं. ये अल्फाज इंतहाई पावरफुल होते हैं. उन अल्फाज को आप किस तरह से इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं और उसका क्या इम्पैक्ट आ रहा है, दैट्स व्हाट यू स्टडी इन एनएलपी. एनएलपी में हम इफेक्टिव कम्युनिकेशन की बात नहीं करते हैं, हम एनएलपी में इफेक्ट्स ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन. नाउ इफ यू नो कि आपकी कम्युनिकेशन का किसी सुनने वाले पर, किसी पढ़ने वाले पर क्या इफेक्ट होगा, क्या इम्पैक्ट होगा, और अगर वो इम्पैक्ट जो आप चाह रहे हैं वो नहीं होगा, तो उस और वो इम्पैक्ट आप जो प्रोड्यूस करना चाह रहे हैं वो किस तरह के लहजे से, किस तरह की लैंग्वेज से, किस तरह के अंदाज से होगा. Do you realize how powerful you will become as a communicator and how persuasive you can be? Can you imagine using yourself, these abilities to influence people, to persuade people, and having really high confidence in doing that, and knowing that when you're doing it, and knowing, it's like when you're doing it with total clarity in your mind, can you imagine how much your life can improve? That's what you find happens when you start practicing NLP and when you have learned it properly. Now, it also helps you get freedom from negative emotions. Okay, so बहुत सारे हमारे अंदर emotions होते हैं. If I ask you, by the way, पिछले एक महीने को अगर आप खाली और ये इट्स लाइक इफ यू जस्ट थिंक अबाउट दिस, एक दिन में जो इमोशंस आप जनरली एक्सपीरियंस करते हैं, you have positive emotions more or negative? Okay, so many times people are, they have lots of negative emotions. They have anger, they have sadness, they have frustration. Just like drive चल करते हुए गुस्से में गुस्सा आ रहा है और जरा सी बात सुन के चिड़चिड़ा हो जाते हैं, नाराजगी हो जाती है. तरह तरह के नेगेटिव इमोशंस लोगों के अंदर होते हैं, और वो नेगेटिव इमोशंस के साथ उनकी पर्सनल लाइफ, उनकी प्रोफेशनल लाइफ, उनकी फाइनेंशियल लाइफ, उनकी प्रोडक्टिविटी, उनकी हर चीज मुतासर हो रही होती है. So NLP basically, you find in class actually this happens. You will learn how to release negative emotions within minutes. And when you do that, you find you have a lot of inner peace inside. You start feeling more peaceful from inside, and you're free from those negative emotions. Can you imagine your life without negative emotions? Okay. Now, not just this, you find that you also learn to help other people. There may be people in your life. Now, if you start practicing, helping people, and you start charging for it, you start making money as a practitioner. I did that. Okay? I've done this for over 23 years of my life. This is what I've been doing. I've been helping a lot of people. I started, helping people uh, just from my practitioner level. I started helping people, and Alhamdulillah, Summa Alhamdulillah, I have thousands and thousands of clients all over the world. I have clients now. I have students all over the world who have benefited from my services, from my trainings, from my courses. And Alhamdulillah, I've used all of these things. So, and when you do that, you start making money. Of course, you charge for your services. I charge for my services. So you can charge, and then, that your income increases, you find that financial freedom becomes a reality for you. So these are some of the reasons why people actually do NLP training. So imagine yourself having the above, and what this can do for you. Think about this. So when you think of whatever your objectives are, whatever is your highest goal for achieving it, how all of this fits in that. So, how all of this can help you get, satisfy your highest intentions, your highest goals for achieving. Okay, both consciously and unconsciously. If you just imagine yourself, living this kind of life, having all of these skills in you, these changes, these positive changes. This is why NLP की मैं जो अपनी training कराता हूँ मैं एक ज़माने में अपनी practitioner training को, I used to call it transformations. So it basically transforms you from inside. It makes those changes, because जब हमारा internal change होता है, we find हमारी external दुनिया change होने लगती है. So जो NLP की training है, इसके क्या different levels होते हैं. जब आप NLP start करते हैं, अगर आपको कोई previous NLP का experience नहीं है और आप first time बिल्कुल start कर रहे हैं as a certification level पे, so where do you start? You basically start at NLP practitioner level. NLP practitioner, this is the first level of certification, और ये 7 दिन की training होती है. इस training में क्या होता है, I'll explain in the next slide. So NLP practitioner, this is the first level of training. Okay, अक्सर लोगों को एक गलतफहमी होती है और वो ये सवाल करते हैं, क्या मैं NLP practitioner training के बाद दूसरों को train कर सकता हूँ? नहीं, ये बिल्कुल पहला level है. NLP practitioner is the first level of training. इसके बाद आप दूसरों की हेल्प कर सकते हैं, आप दूसरों को कोच कर सकते हैं, आप दूसरों के लिए change as an NLP practitioner, you can help them make positive changes in their lives, but you cannot teach NLP practitioner courses. You can take NLP practitioner material and start using it in other programs that you may be doing if you are a trainer. तो अगर आप फर्ज करो कि कोई कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स का कोर्स करा रहे हैं या कोई कॉन्फिडेंस बिल्डिंग का कोर्स करा रहे हैं, उसमें आप NLP की चीज़ें जो प्रैक्टिशनर लेवल पे आपने सीखी आप उनको इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं और उन चीज़ों को करवा सकते हैं. लेकिन NLP practitioner is the first level of certification. This is the most basic level. Now, once you have done this training, the next level, and ये जो training है ये 70 hours की 70 घंटे की training होती है. अगला लेवल जो होता है, that's called NLP Master Practitioner, Licensed NLP Master Practitioner Certification Training. ये मजीद 90 घंटे की ट्रेनिंग होती है. This is over 9 days. अगर आप लाइव क्लास कर रहे हैं, so ये जो NLP Master Practitioner Certification Training होती है, this is the advanced level. इसमें तमाम चीज़ें जो होती हैं वो advanced level पे होती हैं. तो वो तमाम चीज़ें जो आपने प्रैक्टिशनर में सीखी थी, मास्टर प्रैक्टिशनर में आप उन्हीं चीज़ों को उनके एडवांस लेवल से आपकी डेप्थ और ब्रेथ जो है वो बढ़ जाती है। जैसे मैंने आपसे शुरू में कहा कि NLP का जो एक प्रॉमिस है, इट्स लाइक हाउ यू कैन फाइंड हाउ पीपल डू व्हाट दे डू एंड टीच इट टू हूएवर वांट्स टू लर्न इट। प्रैक्टिशनर लेवल पे यू लर्न वो मॉडल्स जो NLP के फाउंडर्स ने डेवलप किए थे। मास्टर प्रैक्टिशनर लेवल पे यू लर्न हाउ दोज मॉडल्स आर क्रिएटेड। So how you create a model. So you learn modeling at this advanced level. Now master practitioner के बाद जो third level है certification का, that's licensed NLP trainer. Now ये वो level है जिसके बाद आप NLP practitioner और master practitioner के courses करा सकते हैं. So it's like जब मैंने 2000 में I became a master, I became a trainer, then I started doing NLP practitioner and master practitioner trainings. So licensed NLP trainer is the third level. और इस third level के बाद जो highest certification का NLP में level है, that's licensed NLP master trainer. So that's the fourth level. So अक्सर लोग ये गलती कर रहे होते हैं कि वो master practitioner और master trainer को mix कर रहे होते हैं. ये दोनों बिल्कुल मुख्तलिफ levels हैं. Okay? Master trainer is the second level, master practitioner is the second level, and master trainer is the fourth level of training or certification in NLP. So these are four different levels. Okay, so if you're starting, you start from NLP practitioner, and आज मैं आपके साथ इस presentation में I'm talking about just the practitioner training. So जो practitioner training होती है, इस 7 दिन की training में over these 70 hours of training, which of course includes breaks and lunch break and tea breaks and even prayer breaks. We do have all of those breaks. लेकिन ये जो training होती है इन 7 दिनों में, इसका जो structure होता है, what do you learn? How do we go about doing this program? इसके अंदर जो it's like this is the structure. This is not exactly everything in this format, but roughly this is what we will be doing in the program. सबसे पहले day 1 जो होता है, इसमें you learn the basic founding principles of NLP, the basic concepts, basic theory. You start understanding about the mind, the conscious mind, the unconscious mind, the limitations of the conscious mind, the functions of the unconscious mind. You start honing your senses, you start developing your observation skills, you start noticing micro expressions on people's faces, little minute changes that people make. You develop your skills, and you also learn how to develop deeper level of connections. You start understanding how mind works, how people's brains work, and how you can connect with other people at a very deep level. That's what you do in the first day. NLP की जो training होती है, इसमें 70% training जो है, ये hands-on experiences होते हैं, which means you engage in some kind of exercises, some form of exercises. It's not something कि आप class में बैठे हुए notes ले रहे हैं और information आप जमा करते जा रहे हैं. It doesn't work that way. You learn by through experience. You learn through hands-on experiences, and that's how you will develop your skills. Then day 2 में you learn more about how your 5 senses work, your inner workings of your mind, the functions that your mind is processing, how that affects your communication, how you can use that to communicate with people more effectively, how you utilize those things in your communication individually or in groups. So you go through number of flexibility drills and develop those skills throughout those activities. And you also learn the what eyes really do, what eyes indicate, how people are using their eyes and what they're doing with their eyes, and how you can utilize that. That's what you learn on day number 2. Day 3 में you learn about transformative changes, like internal changes. एक चीज हमने बात की, day 2 में you start learning about the senses. Then you start learning what's within those senses, क्या चीज हो रही है. And so हमारी brain में जो encoding हुई हुई है information की, वो encoding किस अंदाज में है, और उसको change करके हम किस तरह से अपने अंदर changes ला सकते हैं. You start learning about beliefs, कि beliefs क्या होते हैं, किस तरह से affect करते हैं, हम beliefs को कैसे identify करते हैं, उनका linguistic structures क्या होते हैं, हम लैंग्वेज में इनको किस तरह से आइडेंटिफाई करेंगे, एंड किन बिलीव्स को हमने चेंज करना है, किन को हमने नहीं करना है. Then you also learn about controlling your states of your mind and your body. Okay, how you can achieve your peak performance state instantly, quickly, how you can do the same for other people, how you can control other people's states. If you are a presenter, if you are a trainer, how you control your audience's state. Okay, you will learn that on day number 3. And then day number 4 is about hypnosis. You learn hypnosis, you learn to hypnotize people. You will be learning direct hypnotic inductions. You will also learn some indirect ways of putting people in trance, and you will learn the power of hypnotic language patterns. You will learn what language really does. You will learn the hypnotic language of influence, the hypnotic language of persuasion used by some of the most persuasive people. And when I'm teaching, I demonstrate everything to you. I will show you exactly how this is used. I'll show you कि आपकी पर्सनल लाइफ में, आपकी प्रोफेशनल लाइफ में किस तरह से इन चीज़ों को आप यूज कर सकते हैं. I will demonstrate every aspect of the training for you. Okay, so you will learn this, you will see how it is done, and then you will be doing all of this, and you will be developing your skills. Now, day 5 is about precision communication. You will learn, like when other people are using language with you, hypnotic language with you, how you can protect yourself using antidotes to hypnosis, and how you can become more and more precise, how you can see through the language, how you can find what's behind a person's communication by learning this precision communication model. You will learn to shift perspectives, seeing things from many different perspectives. You will learn how to see the bigger picture, how to get into details, how to go behind, how to resolve conflicts within situations. You will also learn how time works in your mind, how memories affect you, how you can release negative emotions, and how you can do that for yourself as well as for other people. Okay, and you will be doing all of this through hands-on experiences. There will be theory, but there will be lots of demonstrations. There will be lots of exercises through which you will be learning all of this. Then you learn how to create a compelling future. It's like deciding exactly what you want and how you program that in your mind, and you will learn how to elicit and find out how people make decisions, how people motivate themselves, what they do inside their heads to reach a certain behavior, to do a certain behavior. And usko hum NLP mein strategies कहते हैं. You will learn how to elicit those processes, and you will learn how to utilize those processes. तो हमारे जो पहले 6 दिन होते हैं ट्रेनिंग के, that's like 60 hours of training. It's all about building skills. And once you have these skills, then we learn, the last thing, which is very easy, like the NLP techniques, NLP patterns, okay? The switch pattern, new behavior generator, editing events, dressing up your attitude, the phobia cure, the fast phobia cure. You will learn how to help a person with lifelong phobia, overcoming that phobia in 15 minutes, okay? And you can actually guarantee results with this. So you will learn this in 7 days NLP Practitioner certification training. So, and you will learn applications of these things in your personal life, professional life, and in many different areas. Imagine yourself, by the way, okay, what would it be like for you to have all of these skills, and what kind of impact you can produce in your life, in your personal life, in your professional life, having all of these skills, having all of this learning in you. What can this do to you and to your life? Can you imagine this investment of time that you will make here in this program with me, and the kind of skills that you will learn? Iske long-term effect, can you imagine as you start practicing these things? 1 saal baad, 3 saal baad, 5 saal baad, where you can be. Because the fact is, अगला 1 साल भी गुजर जाएगा जैसे पिछला साल गुजर गया, अगले 3 साल भी गुजर जाएंगे जैसे पिछले गुजर गए, अगले 5 भी गुजर जाएंगे जैसे पिछले गुजर गए. But today you have a choice to make. Okay, will you have a better future or not? Do you really want to move on and make some real positive changes in your life and be able to help other people make those positive changes in their lives, or you just don't want to? Okay, you just want to stay the way you are and hoping that things will change for you someday, as you've been hoping for last so many years. Will you just keep on hoping, or will you now take action and decide, okay, enough is enough. This is time that I take a decision. This is the time that I take the plunge and move on and learn and make my future and future of my loved ones better, future of my family, my children, okay, my future, people who love me, people who care for me. This is the time that I invest in myself. Just 1 week, okay, even if that means I have to take a day off, a week off from my work, even if that means I have to travel a bit, making this investment. I remember मैं जब इंग्लैंड फर्स्ट टाइम जा रहा था और मुझसे लाइक मेरी नई नई उस वक्त शादी हुई थी, तो मेरा वीजा इंटरव्यू लेने वाली ने पूछा, इट्स लाइक यू जस्ट बीन मैरिड एंड लाइक you're traveling for, I was traveling for a month to take NLP practitioner, master practitioner training, and just like I said, yeah. It's just, she said, why do you want to do this? I said, because it's not about today, it's about my future, it's about my, I've just been married and I love my wife a lot, and we are going to have children, and I want to make sure that I give them the best future I can. So I want to invest my time and I want to take this plunge, and that's perfectly okay. If I have to be away from my family for a month just to make sure that हमारे अगले 20 साल 25 साल 30 साल जितनी भी हमारी जिंदगी है, okay, that is the good life that we have. And she really liked that. And think about this. Sometimes you say, oh जी 7 दिन, but वो 7 दिन कितनी तेजी से गुजर जाते हैं आपको पता भी नहीं चलता, मगर वो 7 दिन can have such a strong positive impact on you, can change your life for the good. This is what you learn in my NLP practitioner training. I have done this, by the way. What I'm saying is I'm not speaking on the basis of any theory. I'm speaking on the basis of my 23 years of experience. Okay, so far, I've conducted NLP practitioner training 88 times. I have thousands of students who can confirm this. So this is what you learn. Now, NLP की जो applications आप सीखते हैं, okay, classes में जो exercises में जो applications NLP के आप सीखते हैं, these are some very practical applications which you can use, in your business. So to improve your negotiations, sales, your marketing, you learn if you're a teacher in teaching, in education, in learning, you will learn applications in training and development. If you are a trainer, you must learn NLP. If you are a trainer, you must learn NLP. It's like, अगर कोई शख्स NLP as a trainer, if you're a trainer and you're not learning NLP, and you're not learning properly, what NLP is and what it can do in your trainings, if you're not learning it, it's like somebody saying, नहीं जी मैं कंप्यूटर यूज नहीं करूंगा आज के ज़माने में, okay? मैं इंटरनेट ये इन चीज़ों पे मैं नहीं जाऊंगा जी, मैं तो बगैर किसी इंटरनेट के और बगैर किसी कंप्यूटर के मैं काम करूंगा. So that's like committing a professional suicide. So if you are a trainer, if you are in the profession of training and development, you must learn NLP, okay? And not just to get certificates, but to get skilled in the process, okay? Now, if you're a therapist, if you're a counselor of any kind, you can take all of these things and, इन तमाम चीज़ों को, NLP की skills को आप अपनी, जो present practice है आप उसके अंदर include कर सकते हैं. You will be learning applications of all of this in therapy. You will learn in personal development. If you want to improve yourself, there are many people who have taken my courses who are just using these things for themselves. They're not trainers, they're not doing it for anyone else, they're doing it for themselves. Okay, if you want to do it for yourself, for your own growth, for your own development, go ahead and do it. Okay, this is a great thing. If you want to become a good parent, understanding your children, understanding their psyche, understanding how people, you can help them become better human beings, you will learn applications of NLP in parenting. You will also learn applications of NLP in coaching. So ये तमाम applications जो NLP की, these are the things that you will be learning in my classes when you come. और इसके जो मेरा जो program है, इसकी अगर आप मज़ीद details आप देखना चाहें, I can share those things with you as well. If you go to my website, if you are watching it on my website, it's right here on this page. You can see my licensed NLP practitioner training. यहाँ पर you will find all the details. If you go down, you can read all of this if you want. It's right there on my website. And इसकी जो program की details हैं, I'll just come to those details. Coming to this, and my trainings, by the way, they are recommended by the founder of NLP. No one, not just any other person, but the person who started this. If you go to my website, you can, so you will see my, their recommendations. Now here are the program details. मेरा जो ये upcoming program है, this is from November 21st to 27th. This is in Karachi. I live in US. I'm coming to Pakistan. I'm coming to Karachi to conduct this program for you. So This will be inshallah ta'ala on November 21st to 27. इसकी जो class है ये सुबह 9 बजे से शाम 7 बजे तक होगी. इसका जो venue है, this is ground floor 98, block 2 PCHS Karachi. This is my institute and I will be conducting my classes here. इसकी जो investment है, that's $1,297 US. Or this includes your certification from Society of NLP and of course course material, and you do get meals during the program. Now, there's an early registration discount which ends on October 31st, or that's if you register by October 31st, so you can save $200 and you can pay $1,097. And if you register late, and if you register by say November 10th, then you can save $100 and you can pay $1,197. So यानी अगर आप जल्दी register कराएंगे तो आप ज़्यादा save करेंगे. अगर registration में आप देर करेंगे तो आप क्या उसमें सेविंग थोड़ी कम हो जाएगी. Now, ये कोर्स हालांकि हमारा स्टार्ट होगा 21st नवंबर को इंशाल्लाह, लेकिन जिस वक्त आप रजिस्टर कराएंगे you will have access to my NLP Practitioner Home Study Course. ये मेरा प्रोग्राम है जो मैंने 2015 में लाइव क्लास कंडक्ट की थी, उसकी कंप्लीट रिकॉर्डिंग है, जो अगर आप सेपरेटली परचेज करते हैं तो वैसे भी आपको ये $297 का मिलता है. लेकिन इस प्रोग्राम की में से 27 ऐसी वीडियोस हैं जो मैंने आपके साथ इसमें शेयर करूंगा, जो they will prepare you for the class. तो जब आप क्लास में आएंगे बिल्कुल कोरे नहीं होंगे. You will have some information about this program and you will have some basic ideas, some basic concepts. Plus इसके साथ मेरा hypnosis home study course है, जो कि अगर if you buy it separately, then you get it for $97. You will get it as a bonus. Okay, so you will learn hypnosis. So जब आप क्लास में आएंगे you will be prepared, you will have all the tools ready for you, and then you will start applying them. This is why you find कि आपकी जो learning है, it's really fast. Okay, now here's another special bonus for those people who register by October 31st. This is a special bonus, and that is you will get one-to-one coaching from me, directly from me. This will be an online session. This will be a 2-hour session. अगर आप ये एक session मेरे साथ privately book करें, it normally will cost you $450. Magar I'm offering this session for you, for those people who are registering by October 31st, this one-to-one session or a session where you can work through any of your problems, anything that you want to change in your life, anything that you want to improve in your life. I will help you, using my skills, my years of experience in NLP, I'll help you make those positive changes for you. And for many times, for many people, I have countless clients who can prove this, कि ये एक सेशन अक्सर लोगों के लिए काफी होता है, बहुत सारी major changes के लिए. Now, in addition to this, जैसे मैंने ऊपर mention किया, you get another bonus. This is for everyone. The second bonus is for everyone, and that is you get my hypnosis home study course worth $97 free of cost. You can register. How can you register? Now that could it's a logical question. It's a very simple thing. You can register on my website. If you you will see this register link. आप इस पे जाके when you click on this, the moment you click on this, तो ये आपके लिए it will open another window, or इस window पे you can sign up. You will need your credit card, your debit card, and उसके through you can make your payments, and you will have access to those 27 videos that I'm saying. Now, the other thing is, just in case if you don't have a debit card or a credit card, or for any reason, अगर आपका debit card या credit card काम नहीं करता, sometimes ऐसा होता है कि पाकिस्तान के debit cards जो हैं वो काम नहीं कर रहे होते हैं for any reason. So what you can do is you can pay in any branch of Mizan Bank near you. You can make an online transfer in my Mizan Bank account. If that is the case, if this is the option, यानी अगर आप Mizan Bank में payment जमा कराना चाहते हैं, तो just send me your name and let me know that you want to pay for this course, NLP Practitioner Certification Training, and send me a WhatsApp on this number. This is 92300219803. This is the WhatsApp I'm using here in America. तो ये पाकिस्तान का मेरा नंबर है. इस पे अगर आप कॉल करेंगे तो वो कॉल पाकिस्तान के इसकी सिम पाकिस्तान में है, तो I'll not be answering it. लेकिन अगर आप WhatsApp पे इस पे मैसेज करेंगे तो I'll get it and I'll answer that for you. Then I'll send you the account details, and then you can pay your fees in bank account, and then I'll give you the access to the 27 videos and hypnosis course and the rest of the bonuses. Now यहाँ पर अगर आप online payment कर रहे हैं, so you make sure कि आप payment करते हुए, because if you see यहाँ पे it says 1297, so ये आपके पास ये जो code है NLP 2020, जब आप पेमेंट करेंगे तो यूज दिस कोड NLP 2020 एंड जब आप ये NLP 2020 कोड यूज करेंगे जो प्राइस है इट विल गो डाउन टू जो इसका करंट इस वक्त डिस्काउंट चल रहा है. सो फॉर एग्जांपल अगर फर्ज कीजिए कि जैसे ये मैंने एक इसके ऊपर अकाउंट है और मैं अगर इस अकाउंट के थ्रू जाता हूँ, लेट्स से एंड आई साइन अप हियर, सो यू विल सी कि इस तरह से आपके सामने ये कोड आ जाए. सो यहाँ पर जो हैव अ कूपन लिखा हुआ है, यहाँ पे यू टाइप NLP 2020, okay, and then you apply it, then you will see कि इसकी जो प्राइस है ये $200 reduce हो गए, it's $1,097, and then you can pay with your credit card, or if you have a PayPal account, you can through PayPal, and you will be on board, you will be registered, and I'll see you in class inshallah ta'ala. So this is it about the program, and I hope to see you in the program. I hope to see you in class. This is the opportunity for you. I'll be coming for you to Pakistan, and I hope even if you're in some other city, like I took the plunge and I went to England to learn all of this. I hope that wherever you may be, if you really honestly want to improve your life, if you really want to move on and change your life and really work on to this and work with me personally and benefit from my experience, this is your opportunity. Take it. Inshallah, I'll see you. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.